and she pulls her shirt to show her sports top underneath, and the teacher's like, oh my gosh, you are a girl. Like, bro, what are you? Like, she has some nerve. Where is this lady? You need to see what I'm talking about.
Going somewhere romantic.
Pull up a chair, sit your flat ass down.
Woo, we back with another one. You already know what it is. Oh, let me stop. This one is called Raw. A romance, a crime, a mystery. Oh, I just read this one yesterday. So freaking good. Oh my gosh. I'm only, on chapter 6? It's so freaking good. This one had me by literally the first chapter. It's so crazy. Let me read the little description here. A face of scars is all they see. A monster, not a human being. He's a stain on their holy, pristine academy's reputation. An abomination amongst God's other beautiful creatures, except for one girl who believes differently. She ignores what everyone has warned her to see because when she looks into his eyes, he isn't an enemy. Exactly. Go to update twice a month. Oh, not weekly, but it's okay. I'll manage because this one, they're so evil in this one. Oh my gosh. So it starts with this girl. He says, welcome to the Believer's 6th grade academy. I don't know what 6th grade means because the girl's 17 in this. Don't know what that means. And there's, I don't know, maybe this is made in another part of the world or I'm missing something, but there is a guy that is 20 years old going to their school. I don't get it. But he's a new student. He shows up. He has a scar on his eye or whatever. So this is like a religious school. He has like these yellow eyes. He has this moon-shaped thing, this scar on his face. And he shows up with this, like, his scars are new. They're fresh. This doesn't look like beat up. It's like full-on demon possession. So he has veins like, I think there's like veins trickling up his face. He has a scar by his eye, scar by his mouth. They're all fresh scars too, which makes me wonder, whatever happened to him recently happened and then he transferred to this academy. Everyone's afraid of him. They're like, oh my gosh, what the freak, like, because this is a religious school. This girl's not a sheep though. She's gonna think for herself. She didn't even talk to him yet. She introduces herself and she lets him sit next to her. None of the other students are even letting him sit next to him. Everyone's judging him, including the teachers, the parents, and everyone. They're supposed to be religious, but they're pretending, apparently, because they are way too judgmental off of appearance. So let's say he got in a car accident. You guys would still treat him like this? But then again, can we ignore the sharp nails and they wouldn't even let him hide his face. They're all scared, but he can't even hide his face. Like, why? Obviously, this girl's very upset with the way he's being treated. It's crazy. Like, why did they do this to him? Like, he's just different in this very supernatural way. I don't know if this is meant to be supernatural, because it didn't say, it said crime and mystery, but they're treating him like crap. He even dressed up for Valentine's Day, and they just threw the candy in his face. Oh my gosh. And he's so nice too. Like, he does not deserve to be treated like this. The worst of it is that the adults, the teachers, are probably just as much as a bully as the other kids. He ends up with these scratches on him. I'm not even sure how he got these, but it's like, where did you get these from? Who did this to you? She's trying to figure out, so they like bullied him and threw things at him clearly. But he has these tears on his face. And it's like, oh my gosh, when are those going to heal, if ever? She's hugging him. Sometimes when she like touches this guy, I'm like, we're going there. It always seems so intense, like the way he's like grabbing her arm and hugging her waist. Look at her butt, right? It's just a lot. Like, I don't know, it's giving romantic, but she kind of talks to him like he's kind of like her son, like, it's okay, baby, or whatever. He's like, yes, ma'am. And she's like, you gonna be good for me, sir? Yes, ma'am. And I'm like, oh, he's like a child. She's younger than him, but it is so sad that he has to act like a child because he doesn't want to seem any more aggressive than he needs to because he's already they're judging him so much. So he has to come off as innocent as possible. So she said she's going to beat up anybody that talks about him. So she's beating up kids left and right that say anything about him because he didn't do anything. Look at her wiping his tears. Oh my gosh. And hugging him like this is her son almost. He's in the friend zone, no doubt, easily. It only takes up to like chapter 3 for this to be like insane. I mean, chapter 1, whoa, you're already there. So there's some other stuff that happened. I didn't get that far, so like I'd give it away anyway, please. I didn't even learn anything too crazy yet. But he's like playing with her hair while she's like asleep or whatever in the classroom. The other kids are like, oh, gross. What is it doing to her? and whatnot. It's like, why are you calling him it? Dang. They're so mean and they're like running. Like, how come they can't trust their friend's judgment that this is a good guy if they trust her at least? Like, dang, people are such sheeps. Oh, and the way he talks, I read his voice like this. So she says, is lunch already? He's like, yes. Sephora should be coming soon. Fine. Let me get my stuff out for next period. I wish you didn't have to go. And just stay with me for the rest of the day. Oh, come here, pumpkin. Please don't say it like that. I feel bad enough as it is knowing I have to leave you behind every day after our second period. Now that we've separated our schedules, I don't get to see your beautiful face as much anymore. You're not missing out on much. Hey, watch your mouth, mister. That's my best friend you're talking about there. Oh my gosh, like it's giving son and mother. It's so cute though, and it's so sad because she's like bold enough to think for herself. And what did I tell you about paying any attention to those stupid comments? Don't ever let anyone degrade my worth in this life. I only get to live it once, so don't waste it proving the enemy right. You know better than that. Yes, ma'am. So, yeah, look at her. She's like, come on. She's like, disgust. Oh my gosh, her friend. Just doing too much. So, he's just really nice guy so far. And you never know where this can go. But everybody's kind of anticipating for him to do something bad. Some of them already hate him and already decided who he is before he can even, like, prove anything. So, that's kind of sad. This chapter is pretty crazy. He's in class. She just left. He draws a picture of her to put himself at ease. So he can draw really well, draws a picture of her. And then this guy comes back with cleats and scratches him in the neck. And it's crazy how these cleats like gash the living crap out of his neck. And the nurse treats him like absolute garbage when he goes. This guy doesn't even apologize, really. So he goes to the nurse's office. The nurse doesn't want to help him. The nurse just basically says, oh, just put an ice pack on it. It should go down. So he's being mistreated, even though the guy that took him there said stitches are what he needs, not ice. So obviously it's just dripping everywhere. They're just mistreating him. It's so terrible. And they're adults. He's an adult too. He's 20, but at the same time, they're the authority figures and they're treating him like absolute trash. It's crazy. His name is Ark. I forgot to say that. Or is that his last name? He's called him Mr. Ark. But yeah, his name is Ark. So the teacher has this attitude, like she can't even see his neck bleeding, like, oh, you cannot be dismissed. And she's like, do you see my neck though? Like, and he's still trying to be so nice about it. And look at what they make out of this. Since this is a religious school, they're like, oh my gosh, why would he put his blood on this picture of this girl that he drew? He's trying to summon like some evil ritual. That's what they think it is, just because of his appearance, even though that guy cut him with his cleats and didn't say anything, which is super savage. So this guy was funny though. Really, where's your hall pass then? Excuse me, he forgot it or whatever. So this is a really good story, very story heavy. It gets you immediately. All the girls are talking about this one, and I was like, I don't know. And then today or last night, I was like, I'm going to read it. And oh my freaking gosh, this one is so good. Drama is one of my favorite genres. Ugh, this one is so freaking good. Oh, there's the part with the nurse. The nurse is so evil, not helping him. She's like, I don't want to waste supplies on you. You don't deserve it. But it's like he's hurt. But he's like, oh, you don't deserve supplies. They'll be wasted on you. So just here's a bag of ice. She puts on these gloves. She does not even touch him, really. She just scoops up the ice, slaps it on his neck with a paper towel, and just says, you'll be all right. Like ice on a gash, 3 of them. This is just terrible. And then she just pushes him out of the room and then throws a hall pass at him. It's so messed up. So yeah, there are other characters that are introduced and such, and oh, it's so fun. I can't wait to see it. But there was this scene where she like sat in his lap, and I thought that was like kind of crazy. Oh, no. I thought she sat in his lap. She was sitting on the desk in front of him, and I'm like, oh, she's always so hugged up on him, like. Oh, when I seen this part, I was like, this clock is so freaking savage. Either, oh my goodness, like literally 15 divided by 5 just to tell that it's 3 o'clock. Like, this is annoying. It's like, well, at least you learned something if you're gonna stare at the clock all day. I thought that was kind of cool, kind of fun. But I like the backgrounds in this, the art style, the movement, the scenery. You're really in the moment in this one. The atmosphere is so well constructed. You're really like there with the characters. You really feel like you're in their world. The lighting is so freaking good. I can really feel the energy in the atmosphere and the personalities. Like this character here as well. Like, it's so good. So freaking good. Anyway, it's so freaking good. I'm about to read it. Oh my gosh, man. This is one of those ones. Oh man. It was so hard to pull myself away from this one. Hey, I blacked out. It looks like I got a little further. I thought I got up to chapter 6. Looks like way further than that. I don't want to give anything away for myself, but I'm at least on chapter 18. It's like they hug again. Man, she's always like touching him and hugging him. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. He might think there's some romantic feelings there. She keeps saying they're friends, but I don't know. I like how they have like crosses on their backpacks and whatnot. And the head mistress, the lady, the teacher, the principal, whatever they call her, oh my gosh, she was so judgmental. She's like, you're a girl, to this girl. And I was like, why are you asking? And she's like, do you want me to show you? And she pulls her shirt to show sports top underneath. And the teacher's like, oh my gosh, you are a girl. Like, bro, what? Are you? Like, she has some nerve. Where is this lady? You need to see what I'm talking about. Where the freak is she? Come here. There she is. The nerve. The absolute nerve. She's like, oh my gosh, a girl can't pick up other girls or all this other stuff. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know. Or fighting boys. That's what it was. She's like, a girl fighting boys? It's like, yeah, she fought some boys. Get over it. Like, what? She was like so shook. Like, she was the daintiest, prettiest, most feminine thing in the world. Like, look at you, buddy. Hello. This is what she looks like. Sure, she's a tomboy. So, look at... Oh my gosh. I'm gonna drag her through the mud. Clearly. It's called a tomboy, lady. What year are you in? What year? It literally says tomboy all over her freaking... the straps of her gear. And look at this lady. She looks so cool, though. Like, the art style, obviously. Oh my gosh. The way she's drawn... Whoa! Like... It's so freaking good. She looks so eerie, like this hat. Whoa, the drama of it. Oh, the exaggeration. So good. Her hands, she's almost like not human. It's so freaking cool. Oh, here's a saying. I'm a girl. I beg your pardon. Would you like me to show you, dear? Like, it literally says tomboy right there. She's like, excuse me? So she's new to the school. She doesn't really know how they are. But look at this. Everybody was kind of saying this in the comments, like, how dare they be scared of the other boy, but y'all not scared of this? This is what runs the school. No one's scared of that? Are we going to pretend like we can't see that? Or is it she just, what, considered innocent because she's supposed to be like a nun and she gets a pass because like, oh, she's elderly. She's supposed to look like that. What's the excuse of the young guy? Is that what they're thinking? Like, she gets a pass? No, she's creepy as crap. I don't give a freak. Anyway, but I like this character. She's freaking cool. I like that. I like that she's like a tomboy because, oh my gosh, I swear there are no tomboys in anything. A tomboy is like probably one of the most common type of girls. I think there's more tomboys than there were emo girls, that's for sure. Or alternative girls or quirky girls or spooky girls or whatever you want to call them. It was always, there are more tomboys. And tomboys I feel like have been like, I haven't seen any in the media. Like, name a tomboy in a TV show. Like, I don't remember. But yeah, the nerve of this teacher, not knowing what a tomboy is. Like, she's blind. Like, she can't see. What do you mean? Like, no boys are allowed on the squad, she says. Where is she a boy? What part? Look! Like, how do you... Okay. What? Because her hair is short? She's, like, judging her based off short hair? Oh, that's ridiculous. First of all, curly hair grows slower anyway. Like, how do you know that this is as long as it got? How do you know she just cut off a bad, like, dye job? How do you know this is not just how she wants to wear it? Huh? There's a thing called a pixie cut. What? Would a chick in a pixie cut be a dude, too? Like, what the freak? Like, oh, I can't stand that teacher already. That part pissed me off. I'm like, girls can look... She's allowed to look like that. There are different cultures too. Some girls have to be bald. Some girls, it's just their culture to shave their heads and have shorter hair. Some girls have to cover up their hair completely. Would you ask that? Like, just look at the clear signs. This is clearly a girl. Like, literally, that's what she had to point out to her. Like, not to be like weird, but This is clearly a girl. Like, it's so stupid of her to sit there and do the absolute most while she looks like this. Like, go check the mirror, buddy. Yikes. Oh my gosh, people are too judgmental. But hey, they're in a religious school and somehow they're judging literally everybody so far. It looks like they're. Then what is this on your chin? Are you a girl? Pause. What's on your chin? Like, this is a flat out. What's on your chin? I might have to censor that. Like,
Ah, how did these get up here?
that's disgusting. It reminds me of Family Guy when, yeah, that's nasty. Yep, nope, 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 nope. The absolute nerve. But yeah, this one's so freaking good. I'm like, oh, just ranting is so good. Read it. Read it, freaking read it. Read it, freaking read it. I promise, I swear. This one's so freaking good.